Well, 80% of the lotions on the market today contain toxic chemicals such as artificial fragrances and preservatives. These things can be harmful to the body, so you definitely don't want those in your lotions. I'm going to show you how to make a lotion that's free of those toxic chemicals. It's easier than you think. For this recipe, you'll need 1 cup of herbal oil, or plain olive oil is fine too, 3/4 cup of plant-based emulsifying wax, and optionally some cocoa butter. We have a little bit of shea butter here, and some essential oils such as peppermint, lavender, or any other that you like. These are good for preserving your product. So now the first step to making your lotion is heating the oil. And you want to make sure that your oils are on low heat. You don't want to overheat your oils. It can damage the oil. That's just not good for your skin. So we'll put that on low heat, and then we're going to melt in the wax. Now our herbal oil, if we're using an herbal oil, already has some of the medicinal qualities from our herbs in there, so we don't really need to add much else. So at this point, we can just thicken it. So I'm adding 3/4 cup of emulsifying wax, and this will help to give us a thick mixture that helps to bind the water and the oil together. Now you just want to keep this stirring and melt it. At this point, if you wanted to add your shea butter, you could. And this is really rich and nice for the skin. It helps make it very moisturizing, a little bit oily, but it soaks right into the skin, and it actually improves the elasticity of your skin and helps prevent sun damage and the signs of aging. That's good stuff. And if you wanted to, you could add a couple of, this is cocoa butter chips to that. And it does a similar thing, helps to kind of enrich it and thicken it. It'll make it nice and luxurious, creamy oil. So we're just going to let that all melt down. This should take about 10 minutes or so on low heat. Well, now our oil and wax have all melted in together, and so it's ready to move on to the next step. This is where it gets exciting. We're going to go ahead and first add that to a nice big mixing bowl. Bigger yet if you have it. Then at this point, before we add the water, you want to add in any essential oils that you like. They all help to kind of preserve the product. They're antimicrobial, so they'll prevent any kind of yuckies from growing in there. So it's good to add something. Any scent you like works really well. I'm going to use lavender and geranium and a little bit of mint. Mint is good because it's highly antimicrobial, and it also chases away any bugs. The bugs will definitely leave you alone. Lavender just smells good, especially if you're going to give this away as a gift. Believe me, as soon as your family knows you're making lotion and they try it, they'll be knocking down your door for you to make some more. So here comes the fun stuff. Now I'm going to add the water to the oil and wax, and we're going to get an emulsion that happens very quick. Watch this. Immediately, the wax, oil, and water start to bind. And now the water is warm, and I did that just to make it easy. If I had put cold water in here, it would thicken really fast. But this makes it a little easier to blend. So I'm just kind of stirring it a little bit with my spoon, kind of get that mixture going. And now I'm going to switch over to this little hand blender because it helps to kind of aerate it and blend it really well. Gives it that nice fluffy, creamy texture. Just takes a second, and now it is done. So you'll want a nice storage bottle, and for simplicity, to have a little less mess, you could just pour it into a little container that's easier to pour into your storage bottle, and your cap. And now in about an hour, this is going to reach room temperature, and it's going to be a beautiful, thick, luxurious cream. Make a lot. Your friends are going to want some.
For complete recipes and more information, please go to herbalexperience.net.